The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Friday.
I've created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. Hey! You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
Okay, let's go. It is Friday. You made it. And we're going to get you ever so closer to the weekend by the next 4 hours, just hanging out with Brian and Kenzie here on Q101, right?
Wow.
We're going to do it. We got
The
this.
weekend, baby.
We got this. Okay, so you ready? You got this?
I'm fired up, baby.
Baby, let's get it.
Let's go. We got Burt Kreischer tickets at 8 o'clock. Before that, Clash with Kenzie, Oliver Tree tickets at 7:10. It's Friday the 13th. We'll have some facts related to that, too, so just be close and be aware of that. I don't know if you guys think about it, but, you know, I know Kenzie does, but I mean, you think about
Very
it being
spooky.
Like, do you avoid things today because it's Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th in October is like, ooh.
Yes, I don't
Yeah,
know-
like that.
I don't know when the last time that happened. Maybe last October. I don't know. It's hard to get a Friday the 13th. There's not that many a year, right?
I don't know how
I'm
many
not
there
trying to
are
get you to
in a
Google
year.
something
Jesus.
right now. Sorry, make work go
How
on.
many?
There she goes. In the meantime, check and give us that proof of life, 312-591-8300. How many Friday the 13ths are there, Kenzie?
On average, 1.72.
A year?
Yep.
Okay, so it is rare. And
Yeah,
then-
so I guess some years there's two, and I guess some years there's one,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that happens.
All right.
I suppose.
And the odds of it being in October, 2 weeks from Halloween, is pretty good, too.
My parents got married on a Friday the 13th
Damn.
in June.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
They got a great deal.
Yeah, I was going to say, that and a Friday wedding also is a little bit more of a deal, too, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't-
They were
I
saving
don't-
that money. It was also at their house.
Oh, let's see. Let's check all the boxes. Friday the 13th, at the house, June. Yeah, they saved a lot of dough.
Friday the 13th, is that what you're looking for?
Well, I'm saying a Friday in general, too. Is
Okay.
like, you know, going
you
to a-
forgot your checklist in the middle of it.
Wait, what's the checklist again? Case, can you translate for me?
No, I wasn't listening. I have no idea.
All right.
Kenzie was talking. I tuned out.
Damn, whoa.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's early.
Wow.
After she got you tickets for a show this weekend.
And I said thank you.
Oh.
What'd you,
nice.
What'd you hook him up with? I forgot.
I got him Tyler Childers tickets.
Is that this weekend?
No.
No,
Oh.
it's in June of next year.
They just announced the show. So I walk past Case. Case is like, I don't understand why he does this. Case keeps buying concert tickets. And I'm like, hey, one of the only perks of working these heinous hours, dude, it's like, and all the crap that we do is that we get to go to a lot of shows for free. Like,
Yeah.
I goes, why every time I walk back to your computer are you in a waiting room with a code? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Why? I really want to see this guy." And I don't understand, Case. Can you explain to me why you don't know? Like, how can you never get tickets for anything?
I didn't know the guy that I need to know to get the tickets for this show.
Oh, jeez. It's just unbelievable.
And,
So-
and then Kenzie called me about an hour after she left the office. I was still here, and she's like, hey, I got it taken care of. I texted so-and-so, and you're good to go. And I said, oh, my God, thank you so much. I was talking to our boss when that happened, and then I explained to him who Kenzie talked to, how I got the tickets, and our boss goes, I don't even have that contact. How does Kenzie know that person?
Yeah. She's connected.
problem.
She's connected.
No problem.
Yeah.
But no, I'm like, Case, please Please get out of your waiting room queues. Like, close the tab. I got you some tickets. Jesus.
And the funny thing is, when you ask Case about going to shows, he believes that you pay to help out the bands, the artists. But I think that artist is fine.
He's fine.
I don't think it's, the hardcore bands that are $20
Listen,
shows.
The show's not at the bottom lounge.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's fine.
He's got some money. I mean, when you put out a show that's not happening for 8 months, I think he's going to be okay.
It's at the United Center.
It's at the United Center.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He's doing fine. Don't give your money.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and coming up here soon, in a fact that makes your brain just go. Now, today is Friday the 13th, and we got some, some pretty interesting things about Friday the 13th, these facts that you're probably not aware of. One of them is that what a majority of Chicagoans do today that I didn't even think of. I didn't even think it's on my radar of what someone does today, specifically on Friday the 13th, which Kenzie just found out there's only 1.7 of them a year, so it's very rare.
On average, there's 1.7 of them a year.
Yeah, 1.7 of them a year.
Meaning sometimes there's one and sometimes there's two.
And very rare in October. So today, I'm curious if you are doing this, what I'm about to tell you in 7 minutes here at 6:30, because it's the biggest day of the year for doing this. We'll tell you what that is coming up. You want to take a guess right now, maybe, Kenzie, or no?
Seances?
Seances is a great answer, but I will not tell you if you're right or wrong. We'll have to wait.
Am I right? Are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Am I right?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. Related to Friday the 13th. Now, there's one thing that people do today more than any other time of the year, and we'll talk about that last, because there's a couple other things first. For example...
What are we doing first?
Well, there's a couple other facts to add in about Friday the 13th. An estimated 17 to 21 million people have a fear of today, and it manifests in ways where most of those people will not leave the house at all today. 21 million people in the country will not leave the house today because of Friday the 13th. That's pretty extreme.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know about any Chicagoans out there, part of that 21 mil. They won't do that. If you're one of those people, please hit us up. I'm curious why. And maybe it's just because of Friday the 13th, or did something actually happen once on Friday the 13th? You go, I'm not pushing my luck anymore. Also, because of that, the U.S. loses $800 to $900 million each time there's a Friday the 13th because of that. So almost $1 billion is lost today because people stay home. Like, you're not going to get little chicken nuggets somewhere. You're not, going to Marshall's to buy a shirt. You're not doing that today. So that's how much is lost, $1 billion today, because of those people that are afraid.
That seems high.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Friday the 13th can also be, some people kind of consider it good luck in a way, because it is rare. Like, a Friday the 13th in October, like a spooky day where, like, you're going to have some odd things, but in an enjoyable way. Some people look forward to it. And shout out to our crew member, Mitchell. It's actually his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Mitchell.
Friday the 13th birthday. That cool?
Right on. Now, to your point, you looked up Friday the 13th, how often they are. The next one's not till next September coming up here. So, it's about a year away. Like you said, about 1.7 a year on average.
Yeah.
But here's the fact that I thought blew my mind, because I didn't think about this ever. Some of our crew members already guessed it correctly on the text line, that Friday the 13th is the biggest day of the year for tattoos. So many people are getting tattooed today. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of tattoo shops offer deals. I don't know what came first. Parlors offering the deals, then people started getting tattoos, or they realized people want tattoos on Friday the 13th, and they started taking advantage of the situation. But it's the most for tattoos today. And texted in 630, one of our listeners getting tattooed. That's what I'm doing. I said, what are you getting? A little moth or a bat. Either one of those.
Oh, get a bat.
Yeah, I don't think you want a moth.
Yeah, bat represents the day.
Yeah,
like, I got my bat on Friday the 13th. Now, is it a bat like baseball? Or wait, I imagine spooky bat, but I may be wrong.
What if it was a bat holding a bat?
Oh.
How about that?
The double entendre.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what that means, actually.
Well, it's not double entendre.
I don't know. That may be wrong.
It's not that, but...
now that I'm thinking about it... That may be incorrect.
I'm glad you threw it out there, though.
Yeah.
You don't
take that to the bank.
You don't want a moth, because people are just going to keep hitting you, because they think no one likes a moth inside their house. They're going to see it on your arm and just whatever it is, on your forehead. I don't know where you're putting the bat, but don't get a moth. get a bat if you're going to do that. Anybody getting tattoos today, check in at 312-591-8300.
Oh, yeah, let them know. Because you have to get a spooky one on if you're doing this, right?
Well, that's the thing. Do you? Or is it just you get it because it's the biggest tattoo day of the year and you got it? You've always wanted, like, I don't know. You've wanted, what would you want if you got a tattoo? I know your husband wants to brand you and put his name on your body.
I know. He does. I surprised him one year and I got a temporary, like they sell some really nice temporary ones that can last for like 2 weeks.
Sure. Those are henna ones, or what are they called?
Yeah, I bought it from like an Etsy store or whatever, and it was his name, and I did put it on my lower back, like to surprise him. But he was so bummed out when he found out it wasn't like real. And I'm like, isn't it just? He goes, but doesn't it look awesome? I go, I'm not getting this.
Was he really, really happy though when he saw it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like ecstatic.
That's crazy. I'm surprised Case, being, Mr. Hardcore, is straight edge against tattoos? It's not.
Oh, that's a good question. Can you get tattoos if you're straight edge?
It's not only something you can do, it's oftentimes encouraged.
Yeah.
I almost feel like a wimp for not having any.
Why won't you get one?
I have a very low pain tolerance. Mentally, I'm very weak. Physically, far worse.
So it's just the pain part of it?
But then I also think, like, what do I like enough to get a tattoo of? Because the short list is like Morrissey and the White Sox, and neither of those things need to be tattooed on my body. I just don't like a lot of things that much.
White Sox World Series champions 2023?
Well, not 2023, more like 2005. It's to quote Stain. It's been a while.
But I love the people that put it up, before the season, to go all in. I'm all in. I'm a fan for life. I'm putting it up. No, it didn't happen. So you got that tattoo there. No. There are many tattoo shops, someone checking in from Wisconsin, that they offer $13 tattoos because it's Friday the 13th. And I don't know if I want a $13 tattoo. I want to pay full price. I want to make sure the guy's not just ripping through it. You know what I mean? If I'm going to get one. $13.
So then don't get one on Friday the 13th. The whole point is that you'll get a deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I guess you're a Saturday the 14th kind of guy because
yeah.
Go ahead and book a normal appointment.
I mean, I never used free condoms. I'll pay for them. Thank you. I saw it nice you're offering them, but I thought maybe something free is not going to work full on if I want it to work properly.
Then you never had to use them anyway.
Yeah, that's also true, yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we just talked about Friday the 13th, a fact that makes your brain go,
Kaboom.
that most people it's the biggest tattoo day of the entire year, and a lot of our listeners have checked in. They're all getting tattoos today because a lot of the tattoo shops have deals. If you have a tattoo shop and you have a deal today, text us at 312-591-8300. We'll give you plugs out there. And
Somebody brought up a good point that they should be from the movie Friday the 13th. Should be the theme.
That's all you can
of
get?
the tattoos for free.
Like the mask.
Yeah, the mask,
Hockey
the
mask.
weapon. You could do things like that.
I love the first movie.
Wouldn't it be
so
funny
good.
to bring in, like, it has to be from the movie, and then you bring in, like, well, there was this tree in the background of the scene.
Yeah.
It's like, because you're, like, trying to get the nod or your mom or something.
Just kind of wheeze something in the credits.
You're like, well, they drove this car.
Now, Kenzie had guessed that it was having a séance today.
Yes.
Like, people have
I
a
thought that
séance.
would be-
And that was not right, but I'm sure a lot of people do. Then she started to tell me during the Chili Pepper song a wild story of her mom having a séance when she was a kid.
Yes.
But you take it from there and explain what was going on.
Okay, I can't say his name right. Say it for me. Jim Croce? Croce?
You're pretty, well, you're closer, not Croce.
Crocs.
Jim Croce.
Jim Croce. What is it?
Jim Croce.
Croce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask real quick before Kenzie continues the story?
Yeah.
What is a séance?
That's when you bring people back from the dead. That's when you talk to them.
Got it. Did not know that. Continue.
You're all caught up?
Yeah, now you're good.
Now
Does
I
anyone know what
follow.
a double entendre is? Because I still messed that up, but
Yeah,
okay.
he was still Googling double entendre.
Okay.
So Jim Croce, we just played that
Yes.
song, and your séance
So
with your
this is
mom was
who-
about that.
Now listen, my mom had a seance on the day this man died. I'm going to put a small asterisk and go, I believe this was the person. She told me the story a while ago, and I wasn't, I wasn't like, oh, my man, Jim Croce.
Croce.
You know what I mean? So I think this was him, because I remember Bad Leroy Brown.
Because you know it's not about him.
No, there's no
I
chance.
can't wait till she wakes up, because we're going to cross-check. But
Yeah,
anyway.
just stay with the show today because we're going to call her mom later to verify. It was probably like the Bee Gees or something.
Yeah.
I have no-
Honestly, that sounds pretty legit.
John Lennon.
But it also is like, I feel like the right age, because I feel like she did this in the 10-year-old-ish zone, like sleepover, bunch of girls, right? I feel like she was like 10. Okay, so anyways, the day he died.
He died in a plane crash at 30 years old in 1973 last month, so 50 years ago.
1973, September 20th.
Terrible.
My mom's having a sleepover. She's about 10 years old.
Okay.
Okay, he dies.
Yep.
They decide they want to do a séance. They light candles. They do the whole shebang. They start doing a séance.
Mom was upset, right, that he died?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
super bummed out.
Yeah.
They're pretty young, so, but like they were like, ooh, let's do a séance. The lights flicker.
What?
The candles go out, and his song comes on a radio that was turned off.
Oh.
Yeah. And they flip out. They stop the séance. But could you imagine?
Oh, my God. I'm getting goosebumps.
It would freak me out.
I mean, it's a good, happy song, too, to have pop up in a seance. That's
Now,
one thing that's weird.
my mom is a known liar, so not like that, not like a liar for like adults.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, she lied to us a lot because she thought it was funny to tell us all these horrible stories.
Like you're going to grow up and nothing's going to happen
No, like
to you?
she told us, I grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And we grew up on a mountain, and which a lot of trees on mountains. I don't know if you noticed. And she told us that tree goblins existed. And then proceeded to have something fall on top of the car when we were driving and said a goblin was attacking us and almost drove off the road for dramatic effect. She also told us that dinosaurs still existed, but they only came out at night out of creeks, which we live next to a creek.
Yeah.
So that was terrifying. I got in a fist fight at school because she told me gum was made out of whale blubber, and somebody said that my mom was stupid. And I got in a fight with them, and it's not made out of whale blubber.
Gum is not made out of whale blubber.
Bummer. My dad had to work really late at night at a factory, and we had to go with him sometimes. And she told us that somebody died in that factory, and they call him the accordion man because the slits didn't go all the way through his body. And so then we were terrified to be at work with dad, which was already not fun. And that's just to name a few.
Okay.
So,
when does your mom wake up, roughly, you think?
I would assume in the 7 o'clock zone, so not too far from now.
All right, maybe within the hour, we'll call your mom.
Yes.
We have a lot of questions. First off, I would put money, if there's a DraftKings odds on this, that it's not Jim Croce, bad Leroy Brown.
I think it falls right in the age range and stuff. And he died in a plane crash. I don't know.
Oh, man. All right, well, we'll get Kenzie's mom on within the hour. We'll discuss this seance. It's very creepy, and I got goosebumps, so we'll talk about it next hour.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we said, hey, shout out a tattoo shop as Friday the 13th is the biggest tattoo day of the year. So Jay checked in from New Lenox. So shout out. He goes, visit my brother's tattoo shop in Willow Springs. It's called Dead Serious Tattoos. They have Friday the 13th sales. Now listen, I'm just saying it because people are saying it's out there. I can't say if it's a good shop or a bad shop. It's really hard to know a lot of times unless you're really in that tattoo world, and I'm not. I would get a tattoo, and maybe I'd go
I
there.
don't think you had to start giving him a review. You could have just said, hey, shout out.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Dakota checked it in for Twisted Tattoo Studio and Jade Dragon Tattoo, which I've heard of Jade Dragon before, a very popular place. So I don't know. If you're going to get a tattoo today, let us know what you're getting because it's that big day. Coming up, we got a lot going on in sports in the past 24 hours. And also, Burt Kreischer tickets coming up at 8. Oliver Tree tickets at 7:10 with Clash with Kenzie and Gil Curtis right now.
This is not headline news. Today is National No Bra Day, which unfortunately is every day at Walmart. ABC may do the Golden Bachelorette, but who needs to see an old lady run through 20 guys in a couple of months? Isn't that why we have Cher? Sammy Hagar turns 76 today. Sammy still can't drive 55. That's because he's on a rascal scooter. Usher turns 45 tomorrow. He's doing the Super Bowl halftime show, but if the Chiefs make it, he'll only be the second most important musician in the building. And Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones turns 81 today. His party is BYOB. That's Bring Your Own Botox. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.